A lot of people have a variety of goals for this coming year. In this video, I'll go over my personal financial goals for 2020 and provide some goals that are pretty universal for you to either start your financial independence journey or progress it further. What is up, bubs? Thank you for checking out the video and welcome to the basic concept. As a general reminder, I make these videos to share my opinion and knowledge. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just passionate about finances and I want to share what I have learned. And some of the goals I mentioned in this video are going to resemble my own. But primarily in 2020, I'm going to be focused on real estate and how I should finally get into that from an investing perspective. Now, real estate has always been something I've wanted to get into. Owning an apartment complex is one of my major goals. So in 2020, I'm going to spend most of my free time researching how to do just that. The rest of these goals I'm about to list are something I believe most people can take advantage of, no matter where you are currently in your financial independence journey. You may have to tweak them to fit your goals and priorities. Alright, let's get into the goals. So the first one is going to be invest in something. For example, if you know a little bit about the stock market, you can start with as little as $100. The best way that I have found to learn something is by doing and making mistakes. And this way you can learn the basics along the way. If you don't have an account with anyone, or if you want to get some free stock simply for signing up, I'll leave a link to both Robinhood and Webull. Right now, with combining both of them, you can pick up 3 free stocks by using the links below. This is, in my opinion, the best way to learn the trade art easily and free, because you're not tying up any of your money. You're using the free stocks that they're giving you to use them as a practice run, and you're not risking your own money. If you don't know anything about the stock market, there's a few videos on my channel. I'll link them in below if you want to check them out, but they'll give you the basic outline. I would also recommend attending free seminars by your broker. I personally use E-Trade, and I have attended a few of their seminars before, and they actually provide some really useful info and have great tools you can use as well. If you are a reader, there are a few books you can use to teach yourself how the stock market works and how to use that information to make money. I started trading way before YouTube and Google were as big as they are. So reading books like Stocks for Dummies, Trading Stocks 101 is how I gained the knowledge in the beginning, and then experimenting with different markets is how I became more and more comfortable. Second, if you have credit card debt, pay it off or at least make progress towards it. By the way, these are not in any particular order, otherwise this would be at the top of the list. Anyways, this is probably the best way to invest your money. It provides you with a guaranteed return on your investment. For example, if you owe $2,500 and are paying 22% interest, which by the way is kind of average for credit cards, you pay off that $2,500, you are instantly removing that interest, saving you that money, or in turn making money. It's really hard to find investments that will guarantee that kind of return, so get rid of this leech first. If you have bigger balances that are nearly impossible to pay off, any progress you make towards lowering that balance is saving you anywhere from 17 to 30% in interest. Again, best return on your investment you will get. This is guaranteed, not to mention the weight lifted off your shoulder, not having that debt looming over you. Next up, emergency fund. If you don't know what this is, it's basically a fund that you would use in case of an emergency. Some suggest at least 1 month. Some extremes would be a year or 2 of your expenses. Basically, just have some fund that could cover an emergency such as a car breaking down, AC replacement, loss of job, etc. So, how do you decide how much should be in this fund? That's the trickiest part. Now, this fund wouldn't be invested anywhere because you need it to be available on a short notice. Too much of this will have a high opportunity cost, basically missing out on the money it could be making if it was invested. Having too little in this fund could have a bad effect as well. Not having enough to cover the emergency, and you will have to either use a higher interest credit card or sell your stocks, etc., which at a bad time could cost you a lot more as well. So you got to have the right amount in the right type of account. For example, a high interest savings account that pays you 1.6 to 2.3% APR just to protect it from inflation. Okay, back to how much you need. Kind of honestly depends on the person. It could be the most expensive replacement cost, for example, a central AC. Those run around $5,000 to $6,000. It could be a couple months of salary. If you're in a high demand profession and getting a new job is easy, then 1 month would be good to start off with. Otherwise, most financial advisors recommend 3 to 6 months worth of your expenses to be saved. So in case if the worst happens and you lose your job, you have a few months to find a new one. Moving on, make sure that you are inputting the company match to your 401k, but also try and understand how it actually works, what funds you are invested in, and what they are designed to accomplish. Additionally, find out what their fees are. Reason being is that if the fees are high, which most likely is the case, then you wouldn't want to put any more money than what the company matches. The company match is essentially free money, but anything above and beyond is getting diminishing returns depending on the fees being charged. If the fees are more than 1%, you are better off putting your funds elsewhere. On the screen, you will see some funds from various brokers that charge way less. You can also reach out to the brokerage that is holding your 401k account to help you manage it a little bit better based on your risk tolerance. And on that note, find a way to max your contributions to your Roth IRA account. If you don't have one of these, make it a goal to create one and start funding it. I made a video on Roth IRA and how you can have $1,000,000 account with the max contribution of $6,000 per year. Check it out if you want. I'll leave the link in the description below. If you do have the account already, find out what you can do to cut out some of your expenses to find that $17 a day needed to max this account out. Now, this account will be tax-free whenever you retire, and whatever input and growth it accumulates is not subject to any taxes. Now, the way you would max it out is by budgeting properly. Budgeting is a really good tool that will give you a really good eye-opener on where your money is spent well, where you can make some improvements, and what you need to cut out completely. With proper budgeting, you will be able to identify 2 to 5 spending habits that can save you a few bucks here and there. But those few dollars add up really quickly if you take the whole year into account. I made a video on budgeting tips and methods as well. I'll link it below if you want to check it out. Once you have this down, it will be easy to find money that you can use to invest in your future. Whether it's going into Roth or not, it's really up to you. So yeah, budget and budget well and stick to it for at least 90 days and you will see that those minor changes don't really affect your lifestyle that much, but the outcome and discipline will change your future for the better. Alright, moving on to hobbies. Now, hobbies are a great way to find and monetize your passion. No matter what you're passionate about, there is a way to make money from it. Just like a gaming industry, for example, and how it has created multiple millionaires by doing something they're passionate about and finding a way to make money from it. If you are the creative kind, look into freelancing as another way to create another source of income. Sites like Fiverr give you their outlet and platform. Find something you're passionate about, draw out a path to turn that passion into a business or side income, and then get to planning on it and working on that path. This will eventually give you side income or even full-time income without seeming like work. Next one up is sales. Stay away from sales. Typically speaking, there's no such thing. If you bought something that normally costs $1,000 and on sale for $750, you didn't just save $250, you just spent $750. When you're looking to buy something that is expensive, sleep on it for at least a day or two, and then decide whether you really want it or need it. Once you've decided that you do want it or need it, then look at sales. You have to realize that sales are designed to appeal to your emotion and impulse. So if you decide beforehand whether you need it or want it, then it makes it a lot easier when it's the right time to buy. Tell me what your 2020 financial goals are in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to help my channel grow. Check out the free stuff in the description below. As always, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.